Tonight we are making stuffed peppers. We're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. We are using 8 bell peppers. We are going to rinse them and cut off the tops. We are going to keep parts of the tops to chop up for the filling. We're going to grease a 9x13 pan and another little dish. And we're going to roast these peppers for 20 minutes. You're going to want to spray the peppers also so they don't burn. We are going to make 1 cup of cooked rice, so it's a half cup uncooked, and then once you make it, it equals 1 cup cooked rice. We're going to chop up our top parts of our pepper. We're going to chop up a small white onion, and we are also going to chop up a jalapeno and 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to brown our ground beef in the pan, and to that we're going to add some salt and pepper and some onion and garlic powder and oregano and basil. We're going to saute our veggies in the pan for 5 minutes. Then we are going to bring the meat back to the pan. We are going to mix up our tomato soup mixture. It's 2 cans of tomato soup. And then we are going to add our same spices that we added to the meat. We're going to add the garlic powder, salt and pepper, oregano, onion powder, some rosemary I threw in there, and some basil. So this is a recipe, some Worcestershire sauce. This is a recipe I got from my mother-in-law. When I first made this, I didn't know I was supposed to brown the beef first, and so I made it with raw beef, and she came over to see how it was doing, and she just laughed. But we just cooked a little bit longer, and they turned out fine, but I think she'd be quite impressed of how far I've come since that day. So we're going to take our meat and our veggies, and we're going to stir in our rice. We're going to add a half a cup of shredded mozzarella and a 1/4 cup of shredded parmesan. We're going to temper our egg by putting a little bit of the mixture in the beaten egg and then stir that up and then pour the egg in there. We're going to use half of our tomato mixture that we created, and we're going to add that to our rice and meat mixture. We're going to give that a good stir. We are going to fill our peppers. I have 8 bell peppers here today, and then I do have another little extra dish that I put the remainder of the filling in for my daughter, who doesn't really care to eat it inside the pepper. You can also make this vegetarian by just omitting the meat. I've done that for my other daughter. I did tweak my mother-in-law's recipe by including the Worcestershire sauce and the seasonings and also the cheese. I think it's great. Once we have filled the peppers, we are going to top that with the remainder of the tomato sauce mixture. We're going to scoop 1 scoop on each one so we don't run out, and then if there's extra, we can go back and add a little bit more. We are going to bake these at 375 for 15 minutes. And we're going to shred some more mozzarella cheese. Okay, so once we pull that out, we're going to increase the heat to 425 degrees. We are going to top these with about a half cup of mozzarella and parmesan. And then we're going to stick that back in the oven for another 10-15 until the cheese is nice and bubbly and golden brown. Alright, it's been another 15 minutes. We pull that out and they are perfect. They should look just like this. There's the extra dish I made, and they're so good. So enjoy stuffed peppers. Dinner's done!